Audiobook author Nazanin Amiri. Title: Handicrafts of Iran, South Khorasan Province. Introduction. When I traveled to South Khorasan, it felt as though I had stepped onto a page from the Book of the Desert, where sun, soil, and wind have forged a pact to keep life flowing even amidst hardship. The enduring mountains, endless plains, and green gardens that bloom in the heart of aridity all narrate an ancient story. The story of a people who, for centuries, have woven faith and artistry together with patience and perseverance. As an Iranian woman traveler, what captivated me most in this province were its handicrafts. Creations that not only adorn homes, but also carry within them the history and identity of a nation. From the authentic carpets of Cayenne, whose roots go back to the Safavid era, to the centuries-old pottery of Sarayan, and from the kilims and jajims of Birjand, to the basketry of Nebandan, each is like a silent book that speaks of the life and soul of this land. Handicrafts in South Khorasan are deeply rooted in history, a history interwoven with desert life, nomadic migrations, and religious as well as social beliefs. The men and women of this region, with their skillful hands, have created a heritage that continues to be passed down from generation to generation, bringing to today's life the colors of authenticity and the fragrance of the past. Chapter 1. Birjand, the City of Desert Colors. Step-by-step Dawn Akbari Garden, Qajar Era, UNESCO World Heritage. I begin my morning in Akbari Garden. A cool breeze passes through the cypress trees, and the blue pool in the center mirrors the distant mountains. Nearby, small handicraft stalls appear, where my very first conversation with the women artisans of Birjand takes shape. Early morning, the traditional bazaar. Leaving the garden, I head toward the city's old bazaar. Brick-vaulted passageways, the aroma of saffron and fresh flatbread, and the rhythm of hammers striking copper fill the air. This market is an heirloom of ancient Khorasan trade routes, a network of caravan paths that, from the Safavid to the Qajar era, kept the spirit of commerce and artistry alive in Birjand. First stop, carpet weaving workshop. In a bright workshop, tall vertical looms rise up like sentinels. Designs, from Khorasani medallions to Herati fish motifs, come alive on the weft. The master weaver explains that carpet weaving flourished here in the Safavid era and reached markets in Khorasan and India during the Qajar period. The dyes are drawn from nature: madder root for red, walnut husk for brown, pomegranate rind for warm golden hues. Each knot is a signature of patience and collective memory. Second stop, kilims and jajims. Just a few alleys away, colorful jajim strips hang alongside striped kilims. Jajim weaving is an ancient legacy of Kurdish nomads and rural communities, narrow strips stitched together into blankets or throws. Birjand's kilims are simple and functional, used for black tents, dowries, and journeys. Their history stretches back before the Safavids, but it was in that era that their patterns became established and their markets flourished. Third stop, felt making, Namad Mali. In a courtyard full of steam, I hear the hiss of hot water and soap. Felt makers roll and beat wool into thick layers, giving life to simple, sturdy designs. In this desert climate, felt has long served as warm winter mats, hats, and durable rugs, an ancient craft that has endured through the centuries. Fourth stop, the coppersmith's alley. The scent of heated metal and the rhythmic strikes of hammers draw me toward the coppersmith's shops. Hammered trays, old samovars, and engraved pans shine in the dim light, relics of Qajar artistry. Though often considered an auxiliary craft, coppersmithing here has long held a decorative role in Birjandi households, alongside woven goods as an essential part of bridal trousseaux. Fifth stop, saddlebags and nomadic weaving. In a small workshop, a young artisan weaves a Khorjan saddlebag with bold geometric patterns and vivid colors once made for camels and horses. These pieces emerged from caravan life, balancing practicality with beauty, and are still used in rural travel today. Afternoon, surrounding villages. In a nearby village, women weave baskets and trays from wheat stalks and willow twigs, light yet durable handicrafts that have always been companions of desert scarcity. Beside them, leather workers stitch saffron pouches and traditional belts, enriching daily life with both utility and artistry. Birjand, I realize, is like one vast workshop, a city where for centuries art has not been confined to museums, but has lived within the heart of everyday life. End of day. With hands still scented by wool and madder root, I leave Birjan having learned a lesson. Here, life is modest, yet authentic. Everything is crafted in its own measure, simple, patient, but enduring. Tomorrow I will take the road to the next city, though the colorful threads of today continue to weave through my mind. Final chapter. The cities of art in South Khorasan. After Birjan, I continued my journey to explore other cities of this vast province, each with its own colors and scents, carrying a unique part of the identity and history of South Khorasan. Gain, authentic carpets in red saffron Gain, the land of saffron and ancient carpets, is renowned for its hand-woven rugs, whose legacy stretches back to the Safavid era. The carpets of Gain, distinguished by their Herati and Lachek Torange medallion corner designs, remain highly valued in international markets. Here, women balance their time between cultivating saffron and weaving carpets, setting up looms inside their homes. The yarns, dyed with natural desert plants, are transformed into patterns inspired by local beliefs and the surrounding landscape. Saffron blossoms, pomegranate branches, and even the star-filled sky above the desert nights. Firdos, kilims, and desert pottery. In the alleys of Firdos, the hum of weaving and the earthy scent of clay fill the air. Small workshops produce striped, practical kilims woven for daily use in desert households. At the same time, potters shape local clay into jars, pitchers, and bowls, vessels designed to store water and withstand the scorching desert heat. This craft, practiced since pre-Islamic times, continues to blend functionality with beauty, adding a quiet grace to everyday life. Tabas, pottery in the heart of the desert. Tabas, with its historic Gulshan garden and remarkable desert architecture, feels like a timeless relic. Here, too, pottery has long flourished. Potters mold the soft desert clay into sturdy vessels, adorning them with modest designs. These pieces, simple yet meaningful, mirror the spirit of desert life, resilient, enduring, and unpretentious. Basketry and tribal carpets. In Nebendan, a land shaped by vast deserts and nomadic traditions, basketry holds a special place. Women skillfully weave palm leaves and desert plants into baskets, mats, and household tools, objects both light and durable. Alongside them, tribal carpets with geometric patterns are still woven, preserving a legacy passed down from ancient migrations and nomadic life. Sarbish, stones and kilims. Sarbisha is famed for its mines of precious and semi-precious stones. Yet in its villages, another art thrives, kilim weaving. These kilims are striking for their bold colors and distinctive triangular and diamond motifs. Local artisans also craft jewelry from the region's natural stones, creating a rare harmony between the raw strength of the earth and the tenderness of handmade art. Sarayan, pottery and weaving. Sarayan has long been known for its traditional pottery. Its simple clay jars and vessels, still in use in many households, are heirlooms of centuries past. In Kusf, a city whose architecture tells stories of history, women carry on the traditions of jajim weaving and carpet weaving. These hand-woven textiles, adorned with local motifs, remain a treasured part of bridal dowries and family heritage. My journey through South Khorasan introduced me to a world where, in the very heart of the desert, life and art are inseparably woven together. From the delicate carpets of Gain to the kilims of Sarbisha, from the pottery of Sarayan and Firdos to the basketry of Nebendan, each craft reflects the resilience of a people who have drawn beauty and meaning from the starkest of landscapes. As I left this province, I reminded myself, the handicrafts of South Khorasan are not merely handmade objects. They are beacons that preserve and illuminate the history, culture, and authenticity of desert life. And I hope that one day, you too will journey to this land and experience its handicrafts with your own eyes and hands.